Like this whole thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks is probably like easily one of the most like depressing and like fucking actually kind of hurtful situations like that I've had with internet hatred. Much more so than anything that comes from like the Hassan sphere or anything like that. Like regardless of the numbers of anything that came from Nazis beforehand, I was like, yeah, we're in a different fucking world right now. Even though it doesn't like on face value, it just seems like probably the kind of thing you would never really understand what it feels like unless you were a in that position, but it's whatever. But we're gonna behave ourselves. I'm not gonna go overboard, but we'll see. Because there's kind of like a problem now, or there's a this is a situation as I think it should be, right? Which is that you have haters, okay,
Hmm.
as a creator, and I have a lot of haters, okay, because I put out a lot of. I'm a very snarky person, okay. I make people hate me, okay. I'm a bit of an asshole. That's fine. But the haters are they're over here, okay. This is you guys. This is you guys. You're here, okay. You're all good, okay. This is all my little boxoids, okay. That's you guys.
Sweet.
And usually the understanding is that some of you have criticisms, okay? And those criticisms are the orange ones, the orange lights, okay? And that's cool as well, okay? But some of you occasionally will become these guys. And you know what you do when you're this guy? Fuck off, okay? If you're this person, okay, and you actually just like
You become like
really
an
don't like
anti-fan?
me or like what I've become, go here. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't need you. You're nothing to me. Okay? I hope you have a happy life. I honestly do. Okay? I don't wish any fucking harm on you or whatever. Go there. But there's this problem now where recently people, because this server, like this community is full of fucking diverging opinions, like there's all kinds of like especially your
Isn't that
fucking Israel
insane?
Palestine shit, not to mention other things where we have lots of lefties, we have
Parasocial
lots of
time on the
liberals, we have lots some centrists, we have a couple of right wingers. Okay, we have all these people, and they
delightful.
argue a lot. Okay, so we have this issue where some people who have their little issues don't necessarily want to be part of all that, so they make their little servers. They make separate servers, and usually these servers
It's insane. Well, I mean, they attach their personalities to a streamer. So when their streamer does something that they personally do not like, I would imagine what happens is that they feel as though they're like betraying themselves in a way, or they feel stupid for following the person in the first place. So in a way, they probably become a little bit more uh spiteful towards someone that they used to be a fan of rather than a completely different person outside the loop, right?
servers are not necessarily just for people who are annoyed by uh, issues in the broader community. They're sometimes just like people who are small friend groups, okay? Or there's some people who are like, oh yeah, I just need to get away from that. Like, there's like, for example, people need to get away from the debate space, right? Like, they want to maybe be a little bit less challenged on every opinion or news story that they bring up, right? Um, so they're fine. They're whatever. Now, sometimes there'll be people who are all kind of like fans, and they're fine as
Is this okay? This circle has to be Smugbug.
well.
That's Smugbug right here.
But then they will not get along with like two people in here. So these guys over here will have to make their own Splinter server. There's like a splinter of a splinter going on. Okay, this has happened. This is a real thing that has happened in the community, where these guys jumped ship into this Discord.
Just don't be gay. Can't you just like go through conversion therapy and just fix all of this?
To get away from two people or three people, right? And sometimes there's like leaks get passed back and forth, and people are in here will shit on these people, and people will shit on these people, and then it'll get leaked, and then it'll end up on my fucking door, right? And then I just want to say, if you want to do any of this behavior, which I can't, I will never abide or understand, and it'll never make sense to me, okay? Why you people do this? But if you guys do this,
Yeah, from what I know at the very least, I'm pretty sure people like Olive and Smugbug and all of these people, like they just pass like a bunch of like leaked nudes around. It's crazy. Parasocial stuff feels kind of like how people would react to public officials with betrayal but comment. Not saying it's good, it's weird how much more hated in content stasis by the gap.
Just a drink. A martini
Oh,
shaken
it's
not
very easy.
stirred.
I like how educated Lonerbox is on his special interest, but annoying BC of how soy he is. Here's $10 for not being soy.
Am I not soy? What do you mean by soy though? Like I don't quite get what the soy part is. Like what specific behaviors would that entail? But I do appreciate the $10. I thank you. I thank you for that. Thank you for the $10. Parasocial, why the gap? Well, the gap is because you spend every day with a streamer, right? If you made watching a streamer a part of your regular ritual, right? Or when you're working or when you're not working or whatever, right? You've made that into a part of yourself, right? You become incredibly parasocial with streamers far more than you do with Taylor Swift or any other celebrity, period. Okay? It's not even close. The level of parasociality is not even close. Okay? Unless for some reason Taylor Swift was a streamer who streamed for you every single day, it's not even close. Okay? The level of parasociality we're talking about is insane. It's just completely like built different. Okay? KG about edgy, racist, homophobic, etc. jokes that obviously aren't serious as soyness I'm talking about. Oh yeah. I mean, it's just a part of my personality, okay? Like, fuck. It's not like I'm on purpose trying to be more edgy than Lonerbox or something for whatever the reason. Does that mean I should keep my space with your content to avoid parasociality? Is parasociality bad? Ask yourself this question first. What makes it bad? What makes it not bad? Right? I think a little bit of parasociality is fine. Just don't overdo it. Right?
You can do your own Discord servers outside of this one. You can do your Splinter Discords for your little cliques or your little niche issues or whatever. You can do that, okay? But if anything gets fucking like leaked out of your server and screenshotted and sent to another person, and you've said something that is like bannable in this community, then you're fucking off. Sorry, like that's just the risk you take. And just so you guys know, if you want to do stuff like this, you all have leakers, okay? I know all of you. You all have fucking leakers, okay? And some of you don't even know who all your leakers are. Most of you don't know who all your leakers are. So, sorry. But the thing I've had an issue with now, okay, because
Okay, so one time I was in Lonerbox's server, okay, before I was banned. All right. This is gonna be a little bit of a yeah. But basically, lore drop, yeah, sure. But it's a minor lore drop. It's not a big deal. Basically, they were passing around Destiny's leaked nudes around in Lonerbox's like voice chats, where no one was a part of it. No one was participating in it, but they were passing around like Destiny's leaked penis. Just people who are Lonerbox orbiters, but they also dislike Destiny. You know.
I've spoken about this.
How big was it? I personally did not want to take a look, even though they were passing it around. Okay, was it leaky or was it leaked? It was already been leaked.
Before, okay. I am not.
But then again, it's just kind of a ridiculous thing to pass around. You know, like fuck, what a crazy thing to pass around in, you know.
A very socially dependent person, and most of what I enjoy doing is like by myself. Most of what I don't need that much emotional support or like socializing in my life to feel like a normal human being or whatever. Like, I'm just generally not like that. And
yeah, I mean, like that's not necessarily a good thing either. Okay.
When I've been part of friend groups in the past, it's usually always just kind of like I always feel like just like a little bit on the outside, just like a little bit. And and if they ever get involved in any fucking nonsense and people have to take sides because one person is fighting with the other, well, I'm just like fuck off. I don't care about that. Like I just detach myself. I don't really feel like I need to. Like that's kind of how I've usually lived, but that also means that I'm probably not that experienced in dealing with a lot of interpersonal drama. So sometimes I will hear like, oh, well, someone's saying that this person did this. Sometimes it can be serious, right? Like I'm not going to tolerate if someone's been like fucking racist in a friend group, right? Like that's obviously a bit of a different thing. So sometimes I will defer to people who I think are more in the know. And it turns out that doing that doesn't always help. But The thing I noticed recently is that there was one of these Splinter servers that was specifically for people who were farther left than me, and probably farther left than a
Is he talking about? Oh my god, is he talking about
good
Smugbug
chunk of the
again?
community. Like they're like the far left part of the community.
Is this Smugbug?
Um,
Remember yesterday when we were watching Aiko argue with Smugbug? Is he talking about
and they
that?
really didn't like the, I guess, like what some of them described as the toxicity of the debate space, or the aggression, or the like the right wing
Oh,
opinions and all
okay, never mind. It's probably not
that
that.
stuff for what they consider to be right wing
Probably something
opinions.
different.
Like they were in here, so
Oh.
there was quite a lot of critical people in this place. Yeah, it's not a very big place, maybe like
Mm.
100 people. But then for some reason, there are people in here who are just haters. They fucking hate me. Like to the point of to the point of like actually wishing physical harm on me, okay? Or
Okay.
like they properly, it's like nothing, no substantial critique, no like, oh, he's I really hate that he said this because that's just completely wrong because look at this source. Nothing like that. It's just personal attacks. It's just false accusations. It's just bad faith accusations. It's just like, I hope your fucking career dies and shit like this. It's like, okay, but the thing is they're still kind of in the community. And I don't get this. Like, why? So there are people who are like this and they should be here, but they're still like watching my stream. They're still, sometimes they're in this Discord telling people who are watching to go and comment XYZ in my chat. So I'm like, what do I do about that? That's kind of fucked. And not only that, these are also people who talk about how it gives them massive fucking anxiety that at the prospect of me mentioning who these people are.
There has to be something better you can do with your life. Like, just why put yourself through the trouble? There has to be something better you can do with your life than be one of these haters, right? Like, fuck. There has to be something. Like, something you can do with your time.
On stream. So it's like, you hate me, you're over here, you're in this
Gambling,
server,
you're right.
okay? And
Mm.
you are talking a lot of shit about me and spreading what I would just say are like completely like hideous, like bad faith accusations at me, smearing me basically. But you're also watching my stream, and you're also in a way like involving yourself in my stream by telling people like what to type in chat.
Period
Sometimes,
night by hate.
at least once that I saw.
Yeah, but it's like, I think, okay, if I were to guess like what they were doing, they were probably following him because they view like Lonerbox like somebody to laugh at, like a locale, right? Like if I really were to try to guess like what they were up to, they probably go like, yeah, you know what, this Lonerbox person, dude, we love watching you because you're just kind of a locale to us, you know?
But you also expect me to not talk about you. And I'm like, okay, you know what? If like, which I think is like standard manipulative, like cry bullying, but you know, I understand. I've got the power, so I'm gonna see if I can go through most of this without naming anyone that doesn't like absolutely have to be named. Okay, so unfortunately, the problem with this server in particular that I will have to mention, and again, I've spoken to this person. It's all good. I'm gonna make sure that they're because they're not like because unfortunately the person who was running this server was Sulfur. Okay. Now, I don't think Sulfur viewed every single
Uh-oh.
message in this server that was like really
Uh-oh.
toxic against me. I don't hold like that much, like
Not
I don't hold
Sulfur.
like ill will towards her or anything. She was very apologetic when she found out that I knew what was going on in here. Some of the message, I believe her when she says like she hadn't read a lot of
Sulfur.
these messages. She initially wanted this
Sulfur.
particular server to just be a place
Not
where
good, Sulfur.
people wanted to get away from the like debate space or like the combativeness of my Discord, right? Like just like a little friend group. But yeah, she was modding this community quite a lot.
So Sulfur is a she's like one of these chatter people, okay? All right. She's a she is a person. She is a person. Unrelated. Diceomancer is more than dice in a dungeon. Are these like listen, I don't play these dice games very often. Okay, like, is it good? Is it good? Like, fuck.
Of like
Whatever.
crazy shit in this community
It's
was like
top?
not
Okay.
really getting moderated. It hasn't
Dice are nicer,
actually.
you say.
Well, there have been changes made to the server, but obviously
I already have the game.
the Reds
I
are
already
still
have the
there.
game.
Obviously, like so, I
I
guess
already have
whatever
the
they've
game.
done or said about
How
me
do you
or
know?
anyone else is like it's still seen as acceptable. So again, I'm not saying I don't want anyone to give her any shit. I still like her as a person. I still think she's done quite a lot of good for as a mod and everything like that. But
No, you should hate on
yeah,
her.
I've taken. She's not gone. I've just demodded her. I might bring her back. I don't know because she's actually quite good at what she does. It's just that to me, there's just like a lot of
Uh-oh.
there's just like a good bit of
Uh-oh.
fucking what'd you call it? I think there's just maybe been like a
Like
bit too
dice
much of
game?
a
Oh, me
conflict.
too. The dice game is peak. I always go back and rewatch the dice game between Will and Davy Jones. It's good stuff.
Of allegiances or friendships
4
or
stars?
whatever
You
else
mean
that just
5
makes like
stars?
the mod like making her a mod is a little bit like problematic. So that's kind of where I am on that. I've still given her the right to send me any messages. If any of you actually if any of you go into her DMs and just decide to harass her about this, then she does have the right to send me that. And if it's bad enough, then I will ban them. I'll ban you for that. So just saying. Just saying. Okay. Where do we go now? As for the Reds,
Why is this
I did
toxic?
like fuck it. Listen, I don't know how I do it. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know how I do it.
Davy
Listen,
Jones
as for
is
the
hot?
Reds,
Stay
just stop
psych right
watching me.
now.
I don't know why you're doing this to yourself. I don't know why. I don't know
Well, because they probably find some kind of social cohesion around laughing at you. That's probably why.
why. Or if you want to watch me and hate watch me, then just do it over here. Like do it with these people. But I have decided to not because I don't want to start a whole fucking civil war and because I want to talk about this kind of stuff for as little time as possible. I'm not today going to name any of these folks. I don't really even want.
Oh my god, this is cringe behavior, okay? Listen, every single day I go on stream and I'm thinking, what is the best way to shoehorn in Wintermute into this conversation, okay? This is cringe behavior, okay? All right, just if you're gonna name someone and you're gonna tease naming someone, you just name them, okay? Like what the fuck? There's no reason for you to tease naming someone if you're not gonna name them. Like this is content cuckoldry is what this is, okay? I feel cucked. I feel content cucked. Okay, that's what I feel like. All right, I think of every day I come on stream. I think of every possible reason. All right, I'm just saying every possible reason to name Wintermute. Okay, and
You
fire.
guys speculating on it in the Discord or in chat, but
Just do it. The more that someone is used to it, the more you're allowed to do something like that. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's because I'm kind of explaining this stuff to you, just like saying, "Oh, trust me, bro, take my word for it." If it comes to a place where it actually like some of this causes like a huge rift or whatever, because the problem with some of them is that although they
But just do what Destiny does. He just bans them. He's like, fuck anti-fans. Fuck anyone associated with anti-fans. Ban them fucking
definitely
all.
would not like to be or enjoy being named, they absolutely would.
You'll come around.
They've had like
you
an
will.
influence
So
on the server and like some of the narratives around the community. So, but we'll see how much.
Like what is this cuck behavior? Seriously. Like I'm being so dead serious about this. Like what what is this cuck behavior? Why? Just
We can achieve
don't
without
like, okay.
mentioning that. So they'll out
Oh my
themselves anyway. I
God.
highly doubt that. You mentioned some screenshots you want to show. I can't really show a lot of these screenshots because they're just like, I don't know. Listen, the people I'm dealing with right now, it's not just that they're cry bullies, right? Because I will talk about them. I'm not going to name them. I'm going to talk about them because I know they're listening, right? These people they're not just cry bullies, okay? It's not just the classic example of some dipshit who wants to throw their weight around as much as they can.
Oh my God.
And then they'll just cry about their fucking anxiety or whatever when they get shit thrown back at them. It's not quite like that, okay? This is like manipulative people, okay? This is like people who they have a way, and the way that I know that they're going to do it is fucking disgusting, but there's a way that they'll just like weaponize.
I wonder if it's someone I even know. I wonder if it's someone I know, because I know enough people in these spaces to like definitely recognize people or whatever. So I'm here wondering who he is referring to. Because
some fucking
yeah.
shit and try to they have ways that they can spin it back at me, like my retaliating to them will actually make me look like the bad guy. So I just want to deal with like that level of toxicity. Like, it's a waste of time. Life is too short. So
Bro, if you ban them right now, you already gave enough justification to get rid of them. Then just do it now. You've already given the context, right? Like,
coming back
why?
to this with the rules, because of the other drama that's happened, which I also, the people involved don't want me talking about it. So everyone here is very everyone here is very shy. But if you have complaints about other people in the server, like bothering you or whatever, or breaking rules or bullying you or anything like that,
This is so
just
soy.
mostly what I
Okay, never mind. I know what you mean by soy now, okay? This is like the literal definition of soy. This is the antithesis of soy, okay?
just need is a list of image, is like one imager link
What?
with all the screenshots
Why?
in it. That's all I need. I can usually
Oh
go
my
through that
God.
and I can check the logs in my Discord for context if I need to. That's usually all I need. Okay, I don't need it. Yeah. So if you feel like you need to do that in the future, that's all you need to do. Okay. One other loose end I want to tie up here, just because I kind of realized that I've been grossly misled, it turns out, and I feel quite bad now because
Grossly misled.
I spread this myself. Like, as a creator, I use my platform to spread this about someone. But going forward, okay, David in chat, David is some of you might know him, okay? Like new
I know
Jewish
David.
twink dude, him. Like,
I know David.
David's an annoying little bugger, right? He
Mhm.
suffers from annoying bugger syndrome. He occasionally says things, or has in the past, that are quite inappropriate, especially a couple times leaning into the gender area. But this narrative that has been spread around about him being a sexual
Okay.
harasser or making romantic advances at people, even when they make it clear that they want him to stop, this is bullshit. Okay. I've looked through the logs looking at this situation and the way that the people he was apparently doing this to responded and everything like that, and looking at context of logs, because again, there's somewhere someone has 50 pages showing why this is true, but again, 50 pages can be frivolous. I've had a look at these, barring a couple of like inappropriate comments that seem to have been dealt with at the time and apologized for. This accusation of him being like a sexual harasser is bullshit. Okay. And going forward, he's just, he's not going to be like only relegated to one part of the Discord or whatever else. He's just a regular annoying little bugger in the community. That's it. Okay. Maybe that'll change, maybe he'll out himself in a different way and get banned again. But yeah, and anyone who disagrees with that, sorry. The thing is, the way that this,
What? This doesn't need to be a whole ass issue. What is the point? What the fuck is the point? There's no point for any of this. Just name drop the motherfuckers and just start banning people. Whatever. Who cares? If someone comes back in DMs and starts crawling back to you, then just say, yeah, I'm gonna let you come back, but only under these conditions. Like, there's no need for any of this weird shit. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck do you need to make a whole fucking stream segment to like 1,000 people to this? For this? What is the point of this?
you have no idea how much fucking restraint I am applying right now.
Okay, this might be my first Lonerbox hate video. What the fuck? I've had enough, okay? I've had Chicken McNuff. I have had McChicken McNuff of this, okay? All right, this is gonna be my first Lonerbox hate video. I love this guy, okay? But this might actually be my first Lonerbox hate video. I can't stand this.
Because the story about how this accusation got spread
I can only
the
handle
things
so
that are
much.
referred to and what it looks like when you
This
look
is
at
so
it in
soy.
context is so damning. It's so damning. I'll give you one example because it doesn't show you it doesn't show you like any naming shaming, but there was, say, like even just today, because people obviously in the other little servers, like the more lefties, like they know that I've been like kind of challenging this narrative now, and someone I guess in a damage control panic, sent this. I won't say who. Someone sent this. I was like, well, this guy, this you. I'm like, you're my little Sandra. I'm like, well, okay, oh, wow. And this is from a while ago because his name's Purple. This isn't from today. It was screenshotted on the day, ages ago.
Bro, if Winter ever joined this community, if Winter, you know what, like Lonerbox's community suffers from? You know what Lonerbox's community suffers from? I think Lonerbox's community suffers from white woman syndrome, okay? There's just too many fucking white women in his community, okay? I think that's the issue, all right? There's so much white women to the point where they just circle jerk each other around, and then they become like the most like fucking um they become the most like soy lefty losers ever, okay? And then every single little issue has to be amplified to 50 trillion, okay? Um I fully blame Olive, okay? I haven't talked to Olive in like fucking months, okay? I have not talked to Sofer in fucking months, okay? All right, I fully blame Sofer and Olive, okay? It's both of their fault, okay? Fuck these people. The point is that I'm trying to make here is that fuck white women. White women suck, okay? Why you would even begin to mod them is beyond me, okay? Personally, all right? Stop modding white women. Just please, for the love of God, stop modding white women. Just stop doing this. There's no point. All right? If you're gonna mod someone, at least mod an Asian woman like I did, okay? Fuck.
I'm like, okay, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty weird thing to say to someone. That's pretty spicy. But
Yeah, on God, these people wouldn't be able to handle Winter. I could barely handle Winter. Okay, this guy Winter is fucking diabolical. Okay, this Winter guy is literally a creature of the night. Okay, this Winter guy is built something different. Okay, dude, the amount of times he can make genocide jokes is crazy. Okay, the amount of times he's gonna imply that he's gonna cause genocide is crazy, or like beat up someone IRL is crazy. Okay, but even then, it's not even like if Winter ever joined Lonerbox's server, if Winter ever joined Lonerbox's server, it will be the purge, okay? It will be Stalin's purge. It will literally be Stalin's purge. That's literally what it will be, okay? It will be Stalin's purge, all
I
right?
looked at the context.